I want to introduce everyone to one of my best friends in the world. Her name is Courtney Sider. To celebrate about her is how she is trying to be a part of leading the charge in the tech community of opening the dialogue about all of us being more inclusive, more diverse, and I couldn't be more proud to know her, to call her one of my best friends, and to just watch her as she does this amazing work to say, anyone in the tech industry, we all deserve an equal seat at the table, women, minorities, that type of thing. And I'm inspired by her every day, her hard work, her tenacity, just to keep on going. And so I wanted Courtney to tell her story of that, and, maybe even some tips for people who feel like they can't move the needle forward in a meaningful direction when it comes to having a diverse workforce or that type of thing. So here's Courtney.
We were on our buffer retreat in Sydney. We had gotten a boat for the day. That was like our excursion. And there were like maybe 20 of us at the time, maybe like a few more, 20 to 30. And there were 5 women total in the whole team, and we got together to take like the girl picture.
Oh.
And I was like, it's weird that we should be like this tiny number of women on this team. And it was like a small moment, but it sort of was the catalyst for me to start questioning like why we had grown the way that we had and what, if anything, I could do about it. And I'm really lucky that I was able to like pick up that work and make it a core focus. Like I think by that point, Tracy Chow was at Pinterest, or maybe she had already shared the sort of like Google Doc that like started the whole tech conversation around like the numbers of women. So yeah, that sort of like transparent movement was already happening, and it was, like you need to know what you're up against first. So seeing the data was, really great, but also like really astoundingly awful to see like what the numbers were of like women and, Black people and brown people in tech, and I don't know that we've honestly like moved the numbers all that much since that initial conversation. The buy-in was not hard at Buffer at all, and that's because like we focus so much on culture already. So it was very easy to like point our values and say like this is something that we could be doing a lot more. It would make our culture better. But I know for other people getting that buy-in is really, really tough. Like a lot of folks spend plenty of time and resources making the business case for diversity. Find your allies, like find the people in the organization who are thinking about this. It's great if you have some, if you've got like, some people you've had casual conversations around and said, wouldn't it be nice if we could have more focus on that? Often at smaller companies and earlier stage startups, you can like galvanize that into at least like an employee resource group that's, can make a few changes. Another thing that really helps is to find out the demographics of your customers or your city. So Buffer is fully remote and all over the world. So we look a lot to our customer demographics. And right now I know we don't have a team that represents the diversity of our customer base. And after that, it's a very clear-cut and simple argument to say, like, we need to be able to reflect our customer base to build products that they're going to love. Like, why would we not try for at least getting close to that level of diversity? If you don't have that information, or you don't have like a product that is working in that way, you can base it on like your city or your state, just some idea of like what you should ideally look like is really, really helpful. But for us, like having that customer information really helped a lot. Yeah, we asked age and gender identifier and where where they are in the world, because we really didn't know like what percentage of our customers live in the U.S.,
Right.
what percentage live in Europe. So that's another cool thing that we were able to find out. I think the biggest obstacle is like a lack of creativity and a lack of wanting to solve that particular problem.
Sure.
I think like once you the tech community is filled with people who are so smart and so creative. Like I have no doubt that if we truly decided to solve this problem, we could do it. It's just you have to like want to do the work. I think that's what's also hard about this work. Like you can work for years and see like minimal impact until all of a sudden you see a bigger impact. Like it's a slow changing of like hearts and minds. It's a lot of uncomfortable conversations. It's a lot of like dawning realizations on people, and it all can happen at like different times for different people. We're all at like different like parts of the spectrum of like understanding issues of diversity and inclusion, intersectionality, and that's what makes it really richly rewarding, but also very challenging.
Right.
Because it's not like you can flip a switch and like see results and get comfortable with like being uncomfortable. You're gonna mess up doing this work. Like you're gonna say the wrong thing, you're gonna kick yourself for like, you know, stuff that you did a long time ago that you didn't even know was like problematic. You're gonna get corrected by people, but it's all part of like the process, and it's all part of being better every day, or doing your best to. One thing that we do a lot at Buffer that always is very cathartic to share, and people really seem to identify with, is sharing a lot of the mistakes that we've made. So we have sort of chronicled our whole process of working through diversity and inclusion and creating a dashboard so we can share the demographics of the team and demographics of the applicants, and all the times where we wrote expert roundups with like nothing but white men. Like we shared all of that, and we were like, look at all the things that we did, so like you don't have to do them, and you can learn from the areas where we messed up. And I think it's kind of a weird example of like success, but it's so hard to talk about some of these topics. Like people always are like, oh, what if I say the wrong thing? I would rather just not say anything. And by coming out and saying like, look at all the ways we messed up, like it opened a really cool conversation, and I think people can tell that we're genuinely trying, not always genuinely succeeding, but always genuinely trying. And that is like 99% of doing this work, is just keep at it, keep trying. And you think and I guess I think I need to move this a little bit. I feel like we're drifting really fast toward the big house.
Time out.